the States, retired U.S. Air Force Lieutenant General Richard Newton, our senior national security contributor, joining me early this morning. Lieutenant General, welcome back.
Good morning, Hannah. Good to be with you.
I want to start with the latest news. It came out late last night, early this morning from the Washington Post. It's reporting that the U.S. is preparing for the possibility of limited ground operations, including potential targeted raids. You and I have talked about this, about the possibility of U.S. troops being on the ground. You and I have also talked about the USS Tripoli. It's arrived in the Middle East, 5,000 U.S. personnel as part of an amphibious ready group. They're on, I was going to say on the ground, but in the water, ready to go, for, waiting for any command from the Trump administration. Based on your experience, Lieutenant General, what does the arrival of all these forces suggest about next steps in this war?
Well, let's also add USS Boxer coming out of San Diego will be in the region as well in about 2 weeks or so. There's also elements of the 82nd Airborne that's already positioned. There are about 1,000 to 2,000 paratroopers and so forth. And so what this does is it really adds options for the administration, and specifically for Admiral Brad Cooper, the commander of U.S. Central Command. As you mentioned in your commentary, should he deem it necessary and authorized by the president for a limited use of U.S. ground forces that could pertain to perhaps along the shoreline there of that key choke point in around the Strait of Hormuz, Bandar Abbas, which is the a key point right along the northern part of the strait that has the Islamic Revolutionary Guard Corps Navy and their conventional Navy. Karg Island sits about 300 miles to the northern part of Persian Gulf. Should it be a target of opportunity to either, take the island or perhaps blockade the island and so forth. There's other, tools that could be used here with ground forces, but it's a limited basis. This is not Iraq 2.0. That the Iraq invasion in 2003 was 200 or about 150,000, 175,000 ground forces. This is to give the administration, but Admiral Cooper, options. And frankly, it's to show the commitment, the deeper commitment that the president has with regard to making sure this campaign ends successfully in favor of the U.S. Position as well as Israel.
I'm sure you heard me talking to our correspondent, Robert, who's in Tel Aviv, about Iran expanding threats beyond military sites, now warning U.S.-linked universities that they could be targeted. American campuses across the Middle East are very prevalent. I was mentioning I've been to Dubai. I've been at a few of the campuses. They're huge. What are the implications for U.S. strategy when non-military American assets like these universities on our screens and big businesses like hotels and tourist sites become potential targets?
Well, Iran also has in their playbook, it's certainly an opportunity from their perspective is to threaten the United States interests, not just military targets, but also civilian targets. And I've been on a couple of those campuses as well. So this is not a surprise for us. Of course, they're going to use their weapons as a terror going after civilian institutions, such as particularly United States interests there with regard to universities. So this is not a surprise, but it's something, we have to be concerned about. And so that I would, again, this is what Admiral Cooper is trying to protect, not only, American men and women interests as well, but our Gulf Arab nations have done an extraordinarily exceptional job defending themselves as well. 11 of the 12 Gulf Arab nations have been attacked by Iran. And so we can anticipate not only attacks with regard to their energy production capabilities, but now perhaps as an information operation campaign or psychological campaign against innocent students and faculty at these universities.
Thank you for watching. Subscribe below and download our NewsNation app right now on your phone, and you will get fact-based, unbiased news for all Americans.